All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. So, let's get the whole 5x5 thing out of the way. We're also going to talk about other things other than um, what's going on in Israel. Though I do have a pretty interesting update. As per one of my sources, they have a friend who lives in Israel and saying that North Israel is under attack by Lebanon and Syria. Guys, if Syria gets involved now we're truly at a third world war, right? Doesn't it take like a couple of countries to get involved? Loretta, Noodlehead, thank you for the 5x5. WTC, thank you for the 5x5. Flown Grown, Maverick, Three Blind Mice, sorry, Off Times. Jeep Girl, thank you for the 5x5. So, Lebanon, Syria, Iran are currently involved. Now, Iran is not physically involved. Iran uh, gave them money or donations, whatever the fuck it is. Glock, what's going on? Mr. Landfill, thank you for the 5x5. AK, thank you for the 556 by 556. So, shit looks like it's, like I said before, it's gotten real. It's going to get a whole hell of a lot more realer. If that's even a thing. Amanda, buy the book. Thank you for the 5x5. Barb, yes, I would say the Great Reset has started because this has got to be part of the plan. Like I said in my video, I think there's some falsehoods to this or setting it off for false prophecy. Groundhog, thank you for the loud and clear. So, I'm going to look for more information on this. And by the way, it's a massive drone attack from Syria and Lebanon. And that's the word right now. Welcome to the shit show. Nice. But right now I'm currently not signing up, but looking at multiple news agencies for more news on what's going on. Obviously, guys, we're never going to know the full truth when it comes to shit like this. Um, I read that article about Ilhan Omar, and yeah, she's not rooting for Israel, but now they're asking for her to be dismissed. There are a lot of people, guys, right now that are making pro-Palestine comments. Which, again, if you're standing for the Palestinian people, I understand. But if you are backing the entire movement of Hamas, that's where you're going to put your foot in your mouth, and that's where you're going to end up jobless. So, a lawyer ended up jobless because, well, that bitch wanted to open her mouth, and was seemingly, supporting Hamas's action, not so much Palestinians' actions, and now she is jobless. And the problem with being a lawyer, guys, in any field like that, rather, I'm sorry, not just a lawyer, any field like that, um, tuning in from Nepal. Thank you, Chris. Chris is in Nepal. Very interesting. The problem with that, guys, is that you're going to make these statements, whatever the statement might be. If you're in a Muslim country and you're pro-Israel, you're definitely going to get your ass handed to you or lose your job. If you are in an American country and you make pro-Palestinian comments, you're undoubtedly going to lose your job. So but 3 articles I read, it's seemingly like 3 people lost their jobs for being pro-Palestinian. You got to feel out your environment. That's basically what I'm getting at. Feel your environment out, guys. Again, you want to side with one or the other, so be it. Feel the fucking room. Feel the temperature in the room. If you're in America and you start making, pro-Palestinian comments, and you work for a law firm or you're a doctor at a private practice, yes, you can absolutely get fired, especially if you're working with Jews. I don't work with Jews, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Nonetheless, guys, people have to be careful of what they say. And a lot of people at the time are emotional and make these stupid ass comments through emotions or with emotions behind it, rather, sorry, and then they get fired and then they're like, what happened? Well, stupid. You didn't take the temperature of the room. You weren't feeling the room out. and the room turned on you and fucking fired you. So people just got to be stop being stupid, basically. Now, guys, a little bit. We're gonna touch a little bit on the what you call it thing going on, the war. But U.S. intelligence agency is hunting down evidence of Iranian role in Hamas attack on Israel. There's a side of me that why is the United States hunting for evidence? They know this already. If there is evidence there, they already know it. They already seen it. There's no hunting for evidence. I think what they're trying to do, guys, is they're trying to make sure dot their I's and cross their T's before they lay into Iran. They want to have unequivocal proof before they lay into them. That's my theory. I don't think the United States needs much theory to go head to head with Iran, but they're doing their due diligence and making sure they got all of their shit squared away before they let Iran have it. But Lebanon and Syria now being involved, yeah, this is going to be ugly. And the problem is now you also have North Korea itching to make a move on South Korea, and China is mouth is watering because if they take Taiwan, now is the time to do it. Right? But anyway, London, UK girl, which email are you? Because I get a lot of emails. So are you is your name Mary? But anyway, with that, guys, the United States intelligence community is digging through its stores of data and tasking the nation's spy agency to hunt for fresh clues to determine whether Iran played a direct role in Sunday's deadly attack on Israel by Hamas. Even as the U.S. believes Iran is complicit in the attacks given its years of support to a Palestinian militia group, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said Tuesday that the administration still does not have direct evidence linking Tehran to the planning and execution of the assault. Now, guys, listen here. Again, I'm going to say this again. I'm probably going to say this 1,000 times. These news outlet agencies keep calling Hamas a militant group. Now, yes, in essence they are, but they are actually a terrorist organization. Nobody is calling them a terrorist organization. Maybe one or two fucking news agencies are, but everybody else keeps calling them a militia group, and in some cases, freedom fighters. The last time I checked, freedom fighters don't torment their own people, but whatever. We're looking to acquire further intelligence, Sullivan told reporters at the White House briefing. But as I stand here today, while Iran plays a broad role, sustained, deep, and dark role in providing all of this support and capabilities to Hamas, in terms of this particular gruesome attack on October 7th, we don't currently have any information. That's bullshit. They're lying through their dicks. Big time. But anyway, privately, multiple agencies, military, and congressional officials with access to classified intelligence tell CNN the same thing that Sullivan said. No direct evidence has been found to indicate Iran was directly involved. We are waiting to see if we get a smoking gun in intel. Again, bullshit. They know that they're involved. These people just said they are sifting through their stored data. They don't take anything to look up a couple of keywords and find the information that's there before them. Israeli intelligence is also going back and examining previous evidence, as senior Israeli officials told CNN. I doubt that Iran had no knowledge whatsoever. We have seen meetings and we've seen the close coordinations between them. U.S. and Israel intelligence have no advance warning of the attack. Bullshit. Something U.S. officials say is stunning given the scale of the assault, and now Biden administration is treading cautiously. They're going to continue to lie that they had no fucking... Listen, there was definite signs of this. To boot, the people in Gaza, the people in Palestine, the people in Israel were probably getting heads up information on this. These people, guys, are not Hamas, that is. They're not the tight-lipped people you think they are. There's no fucking way. These people fucking run their mouths on a daily basis. There is no way on God's green earth that nothing was seen and nothing was said. Hamas maintains a degree of independence from the Iranian regime. Tehran does have advisors on the ground in blockade Gaza, according to former security officials and some regional analysis. It doesn't command the group's activities, but they will. Being that they funded them, they will. Iran's is gonna be asking for a favor, and Hamas is not gonna like that favor, and then Hamas is gonna turn on Iran or vice versa. Nonetheless, this friendship is not gonna last long. But the unprecedented scale of the weekend's attack, combined with analysis' broad belief that Iran sees the attack as a net positive for the interest in the region, have fueled questions of whether Hamas have pulled off such a sophisticated operation without direct Iranian assistance. Again, I don't think Hamas is that smart. They are, they do have grit. I'll tell you that much. To pull off an attack like this on their neighbors, they have some grit. They have balls, and they have balls to pull it off the way they did. Now, a lot of people are calling them cowards and all this other bullshit. Aside from them taking hostages and doing what they're doing, the initial attack took a lot of balls, especially flying through the air in those makeshift fucking gliders. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit in one of those things. We're gonna attack, whatever fucking state. I'm not sitting in one of those things. I'm out on that shit. Call me a coward, but unless Elon Musk or what's his name designed it, I'm not fucking getting in one of those things. I'm flying across anyone's border just to be shot out of the sky. No, thank you. And that's the other thing, guys. Israel has air superiority when it comes to Palestine. They have technology that'll detect little drones going across the border. Little drones. Little as baby drones like the one I own. Little ones. They can detect that. You mean to tell me they couldn't detect these motherfuckers coming in over there into their airspace? And I could undoubtedly tell you that their airspace doesn't begin at the fucking border wall. Their airspace probably goes a couple of miles into Palestine and around, just to make sure that nothing's coming over their borders. And they didn't catch that. So I'm telling you, something's up. Anyway, we're switching gears entirely now. We're going to talk about something that I think we're going to see more of within the fire department training and police department training. FDNY candidate full of dreams dies at 32 from medical episode during a training run. 32-year-old aspiring FDNY firefighter described as being full of dreams died after suffering a sudden medical exposure during a training exercise, meaning he was going for a run. This candidate, if you will, was participating in a 1.5 mile run, one of the requirements to enter the FDNY Academy, which I completely sucked at. I barely made that run because I suck at running. One of the requirements. All right, when he suffered an undetermined medical episode October 3rd. It's fucking October 11th now. The department said he received immediate medical care and was transported to Metropolitan Hospital, where later he passed away. Griffin leaves behind his wife, mother, and brother. His brother's on the job at Engine 260, or 260 rather, in Dutch Kills Queen. He was 30 years old, so he took the test. 32 years old, rather. Maybe he had military background. He was a young man full of life aspiring, but tragically his journey is cut short while passing. Now, we all know, we are all thinking the same thing right now as to why he passed away. I think we're going to see more of these kids in training passing away. That's just my 2 cents on that matter. But the reason why I'm reporting it, because just remember that I'm starting to report these because I think we're going to see an uptick in the next class that's going in soon. Matter of fact, I think he's in this new class. There's supposed to be a new class going in October. This might have been it. Other than that, why would he be doing a 1.5 mile run at the Rock? So he's probably there now. Anyway, he was probably putting it all on the table. Listen, I did that 1.5 mile run, and my fucking heart was going to explode. That was 20 years ago. Ask me to do that bullshit now? No, not happening. Switching gears, next article. Legendary Olympic gymnast Mary Lou Retton is fighting for her life with a rare form of pneumonia. Now, interestingly enough, my mother and I were talking about her just the other day because we were looking at Simone Biles and she won some medal and she's like the most decorated gymnast in the world. Who gives a fuck? But nonetheless, she's a decorated gymnast. And we were talking about Mary Lou Retton and, just how she was back in the 80s. And here she is now fighting for her life. So, Olympic gold medalist and legendary U.S. gymnast Mary Lou Retton is fighting for her life in an intensive care battling a rare form of pneumonia. According to the Post, Retton has been in ICU for over a week and has not been able to breathe on her own. The amazing mom, Mary Lou Retton, Mary Lou Retton has a very rare form of pneumonia and is fighting for her life. She did not provide further details out of respect for her mother's privacy and did mention that Retton was uninsured. Kelly ended the Post. I don't know what that means. That she was uninsured. That she doesn't have medical insurance? Anyway, Mary Lou Retton is 55 years old. She made her big mark in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. She won 5 medals during the Summer Games that year, which included a gold medal in the individual all-around competition and the first of any American woman to win that, by the way. So, yeah, guys, we all know what this might be. Again, I don't foresee we, anyway, sorry. I was reading a text message. So, yeah, whatever. Right. Oops. That's exactly what I was thinking. We're all thinking it's the arm ticket. Right. Again, we're going to see an increase in more people suddenly not making it or suddenly waking up dead because they are pushing the new arm ticket right now as we speak. People are getting online to get this new arm ticket. And yeah, the new one's a better version as per the President of the United States. So we shall see how many more people don't make it. And David said there's new tech in the RSV. Is there? Because they made it sound like the RSV was old school shit. Now, I did get some confirmation on that completely slipped my mind. I did get confirmation on some of the hostages being taken out. Right? And I told you they're not going to go back home. They're going to be, whatever. Um, a buddy of mine says that his buddy is part of the IDF and did see bodies that were dismembered. Adults, though. He didn't see any kids. He saw adults that were dismembered. So, yes, the Hamas, as of right now, are killing their hostages and they're dismembering their bodies. So, there is that. So that was confirmed, but there were no kids confirmed. Now, last article before we go off the air. New York City college student is sentenced to a year in Dubai prison after touching an airport security guard's arm. This is why I don't like visiting countries like Dubai and any of these Muslim countries with their stupid fucking rules. Because they get carried away with their bullshit. They really do. And especially with women. Women here in the United States, they have this, I guess, propensity to complain about how men in the United States treat them. Go to another fucking country, like go to any Muslim country and then tell me how you would treat it there and then compare it back to here. These motherfuckers lick your face in the middle of the street. Muslim guys would lick your face in the middle of the street and then fucking smack you and then laugh and walk away. Here in the United States, you got so many fucking laws, rules, and regulations to protect you. And yes, there are some men that skirt those rules and will shit on you. But in other countries, women do get treated way fucking worse. And to want any country like the United States, or including the United States, to be this perfect paradise for you is the stupidest thing I've ever seen and heard of. Including like the black community and the Asian community. They want this perfect society here. It's not going to exist. That being said, this girl, who's a college student, is now doing a year in Dubai prison for touching a fucking security guard's arm. Anyway, New York City college student has sentenced or was sentenced to 1 year behind bars in the United Arab Emirates for allegedly assaulting and insulting an airport security during a flight connection. Elizabeth Polanco de Los Santos, what a name, huh? 21, a student at Lehman College in the Bronx, was handed her sentence Monday after spending nearly 3 months effectively trapped in Dubai with a travel ban issued against her, meaning she can't leave. Elizabeth only intended to transfer through Dubai for 6 hours, but she's been there for 3 months on end and lost $50,000 in expensive and lawyer costs. On top of being humiliated and traumatized by the airport staff, Elizabeth suffered months of being forced to stay in an expensive country, pay expensive lawyers, and miss out on her university studies. Los Santos' ordeal began July 14th as she and her friends were heading home to New York from Istanbul. Their initial itinerary had them connecting home through Paris, but changed the flight to transfer through Dubai so that they can see some famous cities during the 10-hour layover. We thought that this is what you get for going to a Muslim country. Again, fuck Dubai. I knew a guy who was not a consigliere. I don't know why I was going to say that. Like a consultant for the Prince of Dubai. And the consultant, the Prince of Dubai, was always asking him what could they do to make their country more inviting. Shit like this doesn't make your country inviting. And they don't. And another article I read, she touched him on the arm, as in like, "Could you please help me?" kind of deal. Could you tell me where? And he was, "Oh, what the fuck are you touching me for?" You know. And he was like, "Halala, bing, 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 halala," and then she got arrested and fucking thrown in jail for a fucking year. So I don't know if the 3 months, if the year is additional to the 3 months, or the 3 months is gonna tack onto the year, so that she only has to do 9 months. So she wants to do 9 months. Who knows? But nonetheless, guys, this is why a lot of the Muslim countries I will not visit. Matter of fact, I had a boss, shyster, Jewish cop who owns a security guard business, or had a security guard business, went to Dubai. When he went to Dubai, they took all of his communication gear. They didn't even give it back. So, like, he had it in a case. They called him into a room. He's like, "What do you need this for?" He goes, "I'm doing a security detail. You can't use these kind of radios," because Dubai couldn't tap into them. They were like encrypted radios, that's it, so he can only communicate. And they took all of his gear. And I'm like, "And was it worth it?" He was like, "Yeah, it was $9,000 a gear. I forgot, he made some astronomical amount of money doing the security gig. I think it was like $100,000 or some shit like that." He goes, $9,000. I said, "It's not the point. It's the principle." But when people who are only about money and have no principle, they'll look at that shit and go, "Yeah, it's okay." No, it's not okay. This is why I'll never go to Dubai. As much as I want to go to Dubai, I will not go to Dubai and give those scumbags any bit of my money, because they're a fucking shit country. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ass. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of other shit going on, guys. There was, fuck, man. What's happening here? Eric Adams is pleading for illegals to stop coming here. So he's pleading with the governor of Texas, and he's pleading for the Biden administration to help him out. In that fucking statement, guys, of asking the governor of Texas to not send any more illegal immigrants here, he follows it up with, "We do believe that the borders should stay open, but we need to come up with a plan to tackle this." And I'm like, you were just crying that they needed to close the borders 2 weeks ago. Now, a couple of days ago, he's stating that he wants, and I'm going to put this video on the short, on the YouTube short, or not YouTube short, sorry, on the IG page. I want to put this video on the IG page. So for those that want to know, head over to the Angry Truth Instagram, and you're going to see this fucking turncoat who just a couple of weeks ago said we need to close the border, now saying our official stance is we want the borders to remain open. Why would you want the borders to remain open when just a week or two ago you were saying that they need to be closed because this is too many people in this country? This is where I think the WEF and the elites pay him off to make statements like that. To do a 180, to make a 180, or do a 180, make a 180 from what you just said 2 weeks ago, to now turn around and go, well, yeah, our official stance is we need to remain it open. The border needs to remain open. Why do you want the borders? Why do you want the borders to remain open? The only people who want the borders to remain open are those who are okay with the United States being invaded. Listen, Amira, do me a favor. Go to Dubai and fucking have a gangbang party with those Muslim guys. All you do is suck Muslim dick on this channel. It's like, it's the most insane shit I've ever seen. She's like, Dubai's amazing. I love Palestine. Then go there and watch what happens to you when you do. You're going to be fucking crying for America. You're going to be like, Biden, I love you. Can I please come back home? Go ahead. Get smacked in the face by 50 Muslim dicks and tell me how it fucking tastes and how they do you when you get over here. You're like the worst retard in the world. Anyway, with that, guys, Eric Adams is up to something. I've never seen anybody make a switch like that. I've never seen that in my entire life. You cried about the borders being open. Now you're saying your official stance is they need to remain open. Why do you want them to remain open so that countless people can come to this country? I don't get it. Anyway, I feel like a lot of these places or people are getting paid off to say this shit. They gotta be. It's I don't understand. Anyway, now she's like, no way. Okay. Okay, Mira. Mean looking spin. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go off the air now. And maybe I snapped that mirror because I'm hungry and I'm fucking cranky. So when I get fucking, hungry and cranky, I turn into a twat. So yes, I was being twat terrible to her, or twatable to her. Anyway, I will see a lot of you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader. Tomorrow we will be talking more about Israel because, again, there's a lot of game-changing shit that's happening. And there's a lot of game-changing shit that's happening seemingly hour to hour. And things are going to continue to change. Who's reporting it really good is the Crisis Report, or Prepper Now. He's reporting, he's doing a really good job on it. I'm getting a lot of my information from him. And then I'm checking and double-checking the information just to get it right. Because, I don't want to look wrong. But that's what I'll be doing for the next couple of hours, today, is looking up to see where else this is going. Again, the nuclear option has been mentioned. It's not on the table as of yet, but it's being mentioned, and that's because of one lawmaker who's using her emotions. Instead of being a lawmaker, instead of being a professional politician, she's getting her emotions involved, and she's talking about leveling Palestine. Don't level these countries. Do one better than them. And that's what you have to do. You have to outthink them, outsmart them. You can't fucking run with your emotions and use nuclear devices. Once you let a nuclear device let it go, once you let it go, you can't take it back, and it will change the dynamics of everything that follows next. Anyway, guys, with that, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. Do me a favor and hit the thumbs. Sorry, not minding my business, and I'm in the chat again. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. And other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow night for the doubleheader. Have a good afternoon, and thank you for joining me.